Hey guys, hopefully you can hear us. We got motorcycles in front of us, it's pretty loud. But we are on our way to Dallas to an anime convention. Your Sumo Sake guys, is the last day of the tournament. So on this thing that you're watching later in the future, hey future us, we are we will be talking about the last day of the tournament. Now this, you listened to us before, we've watched it, even though it's already happened. And the things we're excited about is there are 9 7-7 guys. If you ever watch us, you know we love 7-7 days, guys in the last day. Those are freaking exciting. And there is Takayasu taking on Abi.
Yep.
If Takayasu wins, it's his tournament. He has won his first U show. If he loses, there's 2 ties right there of Abi and Takayasu. And then the last match, if that happens, Takeisho, if he can beat Hoshoryu, then there will be a 3-way tie playoff, which would be really cool. We're excited about
to find that out, though.
Yeah, in a few hours. We still have to get the.
Yeah.
We're gonna be. What are we doing?
Texas is fucking huge.
It's a panel thing, right?
Yeah. So it's an anime convention, and there's a panel where we talk about sumo.
In anime and manga, I believe.
Yeah. Which we know, and we know definitely anime and manga, and we can talk about.
We can talk about sumo all the goddamn day.
But sumo, I can talk about Chainsaw Man.
Is there sumo and Chainsaw Man?
Huh?
Is there sumo and Chainsaw Man?
No, but that'd be badass if there was a Chainsaw Man that does sumo. And it's like pushing would be like with chainsaws, and then he kills you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we will let you know what's happening. You'll have little videos and clips, just like most of our on the road stuff. A few things. Our channel is going to change, like we said, in the new year. The Breakfast and the Bash show will start being on it, starting in January. That would be really awesome. If you haven't seen that yet, it's great. I'm hoping to start my own little thing called Film Review. It probably won't be the title, not the shit title.
No, it's got to be a funkier title.
But yeah, a lot of good future stuff. I'm also starting to think of starting some social media stuff for Sake&Sumo, because we would like to talk to you guys more. All right, on the road again, guys.
On the road again. 2, 3, 4. Hey everybody, we are here at the Anime Fest in Dallas, Texas. And as you can see, there's everything anime, my favorites, Cowboy Bebop. And there's just a lot of cosplay people and way too much merch. We're on a journey to try to find anything Hinomaru. Come on.
Wish us luck.
Yo, Merry Christmas. Straight from the South Pole, coming at you hot. I'm off work right now, but as soon as I get my waifu hookup, I'm going back to it. Every year, every day.
Sammy wants somebody.
Hello.
Making memories, or are you online?
I'm not online at the moment. This will be on YouTube later.
Please get our sign. We love taking commissions from online orders.
Well, let me get the link.
Yeah.
All the metal things.
So these are by clip, small tails. Okay. We also make sure that the cards, you can doodle on them if you flip it over, because cons can be stressful, so we designed it that way so you can just sit and unwind.
Thank you. Display. Not for the Seltzers.
Sorry.
Shit.
much, so I haven't been able to really see. You know, I'm here by myself, so I had to monitor the booth most of the time, especially when we had about $1,800 worth of stuff stolen the first night.
Stolen?
Yeah. All my shirts, the whole half of my shirts and hoodies got swiped from behind the booth.
I'm glad we're carrying these bags around then.
We set the booth up. We had stuff back there, and we had a door right there. They think is where it happened because it leads to an elevator.
Wow.
So they think it was somebody that worked for the hotel. Probably did it.
I was gonna say nobody else would have actually done that.
So now they're doing an insurance claim, and I'm just hoping they do the right thing because that's crippling.
That's not cool.
Yeah, no.
More stuff got stolen than it's not been the busiest weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm literally massively in the red right now, and especially around the holidays. It's like
They said there was other rooms.
He doesn't play video games. Isn't that weird? For someone his age, like my age, we grew up with that shit. We are the video game fucking people.
But I mean, even when I was a kid, I liked watching my brother play, but I was like, I'm good.
There's some maid cafe, but it costs $25. Apparently,
That's
it includes
exactly
the food.
where I want to go.
Apparently, it includes the food, but I don't think we have enough time for the presentation.
Hey, so
Maid cafe?
we've gone through all the merchandise.
He said 50,
How much?
$20?
I think it's 25.
25, he said. All right, Justin, we went through the merchandise, though. How much Hinamaro Sumo did we find?
0. But did find. Oh crap! I did find Anya from the Spy Family.
All right.
So there's that.
Okay.
No Hinamaru.
No Hinamaro.
Sumo Club's podcast, and I've had 5 hours of sleep and a whole lot of caffeine, so I'm just kind of like a bundle of sleepy nerves. So I might be a little weird. So sorry. So anyway, I'm with Dallas Sumo Club. This is Dakota.
I'm Dakota with Dallas Sumo Club. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah, and we spend a lot of weekends just beating the hell out of each other, and it is the best fun in the entire world. All right, so we're going to go over sumo and anime and manga, and this is like my thing on the podcast that we do, Sumo Punks. We've done several episodes about anime, manga, just because we're just huge sumo fanatics, So this is like our thing. This guy right here, Ken Ryuzan, was hanging out with old man Tokugawa, and Baki Tokugawa loves to book these fights underneath the Tokyo Dome where people just haul off and beat the crud out of each other. There's teeth and fingernails all in the sand. It's really gross, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. So Ken Ryuzan is a dead ringer for Takanohana, and he's a former Yokozuna, kind of a little bit of shady character. This is the top Maegashira, Shachi Hoko, who's based on Abi. Abi, by the way, spoiler alert.
It's different.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's too late.
Okay, it's too late. So Abi actually won the Grand Sumo tournament last night in Kyushu. I stayed up so late watching this. It was great.
There's you show winner. Wow. Actually, wait. Hold on. Let's keep that. Alright. As if she's dead or something.
All right. Welcome to Lone Star Sake&Sumo. I am here in Dallas with Justin.
Yo, and special guest, Siggy.
Hi.
Many of you may know her as the Okami-san of Dallas Sumo. We're actually here
a
at
bunch
Dallas
of other
Sumo.
people. We're gonna have a practice here in a second. We're all belted up and everything. But beforehand, we're gonna talk about the tournament, and we're gonna make it kind of quicker than I would like for such an exciting tournament.
I know. We can do a little follow-up.
Let's start off with day 15. We normally go up. We're going down this time because it was too exciting. Straight up, Takayasu had this in the bag. It was his to lose
It really
today.
It really was. I was pretty bummed.
I'm so disappointed.
I know it. I felt like before we get into what happened, I felt like that first match, he didn't want to overcommit at any point in time.
Yeah, he had 3 points where he could have just given that extra push to get him out, but it was like he froze at the thought of victory.
Yeah.
Like
well, remember the last time he had a playoff, Wakata Kage on that big last push to the end, he just kind of moved out the way, and Takayasu went out, and I felt like he was afraid that was going to happen again. He was on his own head.
Yeah.
What did you think, my dear?
I just hate when people say that he chokes, and I'm starting to think that maybe they're right. So sad.
We want to be a believer of Papayasu, and he stayed. Now, one thing I will say, like, other than that loss on day 2, he
The
stayed.
Shodai, of all people.
Well, he switched his touch-eye, and ever since then, he went right back to his normal touch-eye, the hard right arm shiver, and kept it consistent all the way through, which worked against Abi. I think that was just a mental thing at the edge of and a lot of us do it. You get to like a semifinals, and you let the weight of victory and how close you are to tasting it over, like, consume you, and you just don't.
Justin actually knows exactly what that's about. He did that recently at the Dallas Sumo tournament, the Cowboy Cup, where he had it in the bag. He got the first 3 wins. He was in the gold. It seemed like all he had to do was get one more win, and someone said that out loud.
Oh, and it went right into my head.
Like,
all Justin has to do is get one more win. I was like, one more win.
And that happens.
And JJ just.
Especially when people call you they don't call you, I'm sorry, Justin. When people call you a choker like they do with Takayasu, he probably thinks about that all the time. Yeah. So he lost, and that put him and Abi at a tie. And the last match was Wakata Kage versus Takesho. Takesho won, which put a 3-way playoff tie.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a while. It was fun.
Wanted Papayasu to win, but I'll take a 3-way. And we knew that it was an odd one from the beginning. Like, even just by the beginning, or I'm sorry, by the end of week 1, the field was so there was no real breakaways. I could just tell that it was going to be chaos up until the last day.
So at the playoff, Abi had to actually win 2 matches against 2 fantastic wrestlers. And he did. The first one was a little shaky, a little shady against Takayasu. He did a sidestep pull down thing, which Takayasu got hurt, and I'm still not sure if he hurt his neck.
In the slow motion, it looked like he hurt his neck. Abi jumps out the way, but with the force that I know Takayasu was probably going forward with, he goes out of the way, but hits the side of Abi's pec. Like, Barbie hits the side of Barbie's pec. and it was like this. And anybody, if you've ever, had a neck snap, or even you see football players who, snap their neck on such a hard impact the wrong way, they're going down. Like, there's a whole lot of nerve endings in the back of that neck, and for a whiplash like that,
the way he was getting up, it was making me think a little bit of Takesho when he busted his on Ichinojo's chest.
Yes.
I thought it was his leg.
No, when you see the slow motion,
he's not limping or anything.
He's not limping, but he's shaking. He was kind of like,
he was like.
So hopefully he's not. I mean, he's probably seriously injured. Hopefully he's not. But then Abi had to take on Takesho, and that was an interesting match too, because Takesho didn't come off and hit him as hard as he could. Takesho tried to do like a little side swipe of the hands, like this, and he got the left arm out.
Because Takesho wants
to be inside,
to delete those those depth ching.
He got the left arm out, but he missed the right arm, and the right arm pushed him up, and at that point,
and that final follow up, to the body. He was like Dawson from fucking Street Fighter.
So I'm not a huge fan of Abi, but I have to give him his credit. He did work really hard on this one. He got his legs were more underneath him. His feet were flatter on the ground. It was nice to see better technique from this guy.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him on his first U show.
I didn't expect it, and I was so
I've never in life expected him to win a U
show.
show. Not at all. I thought it was gonna be a Takayasu Takakei Yeah. Well, personally, I wish it was Hoshoryu and Takayasu.
I'm sure you did get 11 though, which is a good start on the Ozeki run. He needs 2 more like that to get there, but we need one because his favorite guy finally lost his Ozeki rank.
Needs one?
Shoda is gone.
Oh,
Shoda is gone.
I'm using favorite ironically.
Favorite person I hate on.
Straight up, he can get back though, as y'all know, because it almost happened this time. If he gets 10 wins, and if anybody can get 10 wins, even though he's been sucking for a few tournaments, it's Shodai.
Yeah.
He can get 10 wins in that tournament and get his position right back. So it's possible.
Can he though?
Do you think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be like Takumi. Where I don't think that Ozeki's gonna be in the cards anymore.
Sick. What do you think?
And I love Takumi has been my first sumo love. But it's not in the cards.
About Shodai or
About
Mitake?
Shodai getting those 10 wins next in
I
January.
don't know. I feel like he annoys the shit out of me, and he'll get 10 wins, and I'll be like, oh my god.
He's that kid that crams before a test and
Yes.
somehow skates by.
I just feel like his whole thing is bet against me.
Yeah.
While everybody's going for him, he's like, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, everybody's against me? Let's go. why
His
you
whole
like that?
his whole philosophy is like these get degrees. And
So that's happening there. Like we said, Hoshoryu got 11. That's a good run. Sadly, I thought Watakage would have either continue his run or get Ozeki in January, but he only got 8 wins. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's going on.
well, I know what was wrong today. Takayasu slapped the dog shit out of him.
That's wrong with the day, but that's 1 out of 7 losses.
Yes, overall,
He was getting by people that he normally dominates.
that's a tough one because it's hard to say what was wrong with him. I know for Hoshoryu he was rushing quite a bit, and he was getting these great blast offs and it was just over committing and then getting getting either sidestepped or knocked down. But with Wakatakakage, I have to really reanalyze what's going on with them.
He did. I'd like to
I
say.
focused a lot on Hoshoryu this time, and Wakatakakage and Hoshoryu are my 2 guys.
Yeah.
But I put all my attention in was analyzing Hoshoryu this time.
I'm usually the opposite, but I would like to say he did finish, even though it wasn't the best tournament, he did finish with most wins for the year. And that's pretty awesome. He got the most wins for this year. Terunofuji, of course, last year with that 77 wins. That was insane. Takeisho the year before, and I believe your boy, Tochinoshin, had it back in 2018.
That's cool.
2018. So that was the last few years.
That's a long time ago.
Maybe, but even I thought, I was like saying, oh, 2019, yeah, he's got it. Here's Yokozuna, Tochinoshin. And then, of course, yeah. So that's going to bring me to my next thing, which is I'm glad why she's here. He said before this tournament, if he feels like he doesn't do well, he will retire. Only 6 wins. However, he didn't look terrible in his matches.
I even admit it.
So I have to ask, do you feel like he feels like he's done enough to continue on next year and keep wrestling?
I think so. I was seeing a lot more effort from him
Yes.
this time.
Different. Not different. Yeah, a little bit different styles. He was doing different moves, not just his regular hit and then pull, grab an arm and pull.
Yeah. Well, I think he's been trying to find. He's changed style before.
Yeah.
Originally, he was very judo throw when he back in when I first started watching him years ago, and then he became the grip lift man. Suradashi, like nobody's business. Oh, you're out of the freaking ring.
Yeah.
And in the last couple of years, since his knees can't handle, he's been trying. I feel like he's been trying to go to more pushing and thrusting because he just can't grip like he used to. I think he wants to though. I think he gets inside and goes, oh yeah, oh. I was supposed to push.
Do you think maybe he's just conscious of his knees?
You have to be after that many injuries. There's I mean, they say they don't. I know I hear them. I know I heard Ura say it, and Eternal Fuji said, like, oh, no, that's just, you
But
become
it's
used
there.
to it. And I'm like, oh, as someone with knee injuries in my 40s.
He seems very conscious of his needs.
So,
Well,
we also have some more surprises. One of the biggest was Oho, who I did not expect to get double-digit wins.
he's not.
You know that I like the guy, but I feel like I still think he's a slow climber. It's going to be still a while. He went off. He didn't do the thing that I normally see him and Yamamoto do, which is they have a great first week with 5 or 6 wins, and then they have 5 or 6 losses the second week. So they have 7 or 8 to 8 or 7 instead of like big numbers.
And this is Oho's 6th tournament.
6th
in the top
tournament.
level,
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure he started in January last year.
Yeah, that I think. What's his name? Atami Fuji is probably gonna be that route. Like, you know, he rose up as a star, like insanely fast, 20 years old. But I think he's one to watch after he kind of smooths out some of the bumps. This one probably humbled him. I think Atami Fuji, but I think he'll be up there where Oho is on his journey soon enough. But I'd say another 3 or 4 bushels.
I'm looking forward. I think I'm really happy about Oho because he started with Oshoyu, and they both have that lineage of badass people in their past. So I'm hoping he comes up. But we should go to some of the people we're saying goodbye to. One, it makes me really sad. Sideburns himself, retired mid-Basho.
But he's opening up a restaurant, and we are on the case, and we're going to find out where it is, because we're all going.
Yes, we're going to go to Japan and eat at his restaurant.
And I hope Chiyomaru's there, too.
Oh.
That'd be way too cute.
But one of
Can I sing some
one of
karaoke
Justin's
with you?
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be so fun.
one of Justin's favorite persons is also leaving the top division after an amazing 0-15 run.
I've never seen that before.
Well, actually, in history, I think there's only 8 people who have ever done that.
Oh, wow.
He went out with a bang. He went out with a historical record. Let's look at it positively.
Silver Lane.
Yeah, so no more Salt Bay in the top levels.
You're gonna miss that salt.
Speaking of small guys with thick thighs, Midori Fuji had a great tournament.
Right.
He was a fucking killer.
I'm loving watching him.
He makes me happy. He never shies away from a Tachiai, no matter how small he is. He fights like I wish Ino had the same pounds that Midori Fuji had.
Yeah.
Because that's how, like, just that extra, I think between Inho and Midori Fuji, there's like a 30-pound difference? 20 to 30 pounds?
I'd have to check, but I think it's actually more. I think maybe 40 at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's 250, 260.
Inho's
No, but Inho went up to 220, right? He was down to 211, but he started going back up.
Yeah.
He did start going back up because I remember at one point he was down to 211.
Look what 30 pounds can get you.
Hell, just look what he did this tournament with at 220 instead of 211.
Yeah, he was killing it.
He freaking had double-digit wins, I think.
His day one win was phenomenal. He dropped that man. It was beautiful. But I didn't watch enough of the Jurio to see what did he end up with. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he had 10 wins. I'd have to check to make sure, but he was in the run. He was in the run on Friday. He was still in the running for the U show.
Okay.
So like he was up there. So was Hakuho's other guy, Hakuseho. I think he might actually get moved up. He did so well. We might see him.
There's enough openings at the top level now.
I'm saying he might. That's why we might see him in freaking. Which I think he gets his butt kicked right now because as strong and powerful he is, when you watch him wrestle, he does not bend his knees. Like his knees are almost completely straight up.
He's really tall. He almost doesn't have. Well, no, he should.
No, if you can bend down, he would kill people. But right now, he's just kind of standing
I
up.
wonder what he would do with Ichinojo.
Inside grips.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Hands up.
Which I guess we should talk about that a little bit.
Because you should
We don't have any.
well,
They're looking into it. It's an investigation. But Ichinojo, for those who don't know, turns out to be an alcoholic, and he might have beaten on some people, including some women, including his coach's wife. If this is true, oh man.
I know, which is hard to believe with my Snorlax, but I just don't see anger in his face. I see sleep in his face.
Part of the story that has been confirmed that I just want to say was a bad move. He was having an alcoholic problem, and his coach was like, "Look, we gotta do something about this." And he said, "Oh, well, just because I hate being here, just let me live by myself."
Right, and they let him live by himself.
Don't do that to an alcoholic and addicted. Anyone who has any kind of addiction, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You put them by themselves, they're just gonna get worse.
I had a post age badly. I think like a couple days ago, last year, I had posted, I love the way that Ichino just smiles at beer. And he's like sitting in a restaurant with his Heya and the Oikata orders beer for them and he just smiles. He's like, yeah.
I mean, this is Sake&Sumo. We're okay with happiness and alcohol, but there is a limit, guys.
Yeah.
And if you have one of those problems, you need to get help. And that's just a fact.
Yes. Let's move on.
Let's move
So
on.
happier things.
Yeah, okay, so this isn't actually a happier thing. I just wanted to bring up that Ichi Yamamoto, he had an okay tournament. I think he went 7-8. But I think he got hurt at the end. He was limping.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's wrong, but hopefully it's not his knee, because as you know, sumo knees are the worst thing to
It
get.
looked like an ankle thing, him going down like that.
It did look like he got dragged. I just know that he was limping, and then he was like pretty much hopping on one leg. So something with the leg. I wanted to bring that up. But what we want to finish with actually is the fact that we have, starting January, one Ozeki and one Yokozuna. That's not something that happens very often. Yeah, you're happy about that, but there has to be another Yokozuna. I mean, I'm sorry, there has to be a second Ozeki. Now, they can, for like a tournament, put the Yokozuna there, but what are you going to do the next one, or the one after that? We don't even know if Teruno Fuji's going to be back in January.
He's showing you in there. Problem solved.
He had 11 this time, but he had something like 8 last time. That's not...
Yeah.
He's got lineage. He should like get bumped up just because.
He needs to get at least close to 33.
Alright.
I'll give it to you if he gets like 31, 32.
Okay,
But he needs to get at least...
Well,
I mean, done that twice.
And I am not a huge Abi fan. If Abi keeps pushing the way he does, if he keeps putting on the pounds on the lower half, and like now his pushing power has a base, I'll take it. I mean, if Abi can just stay out of trouble.
I know.
True, I was thinking about that too, because you know they party hard after they win.
Yeah.
I still think that's what happened to
Please don't get in
Tamawashi.
trouble.
I think
Please don't get in
Tamawashi
trouble.
had the same
Too much
issue.
fun.
Too much fun between boss shows because he won it. And I think that's why he had a terrible boss show.
Corey was saying that he was so stoked for Terao. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Which one?
Terao.
Ta-da.
And, I didn't realize Abi and then the twins were all in the same stable. I'm like, could you imagine trying to deal with all of those
Nah.
troublemakers?
No.
The animal house.
That's like, they're at the party school. Jesus, I wouldn't deal with
That
that.
is hilarious. If those walls could
Right.
if I could be a fly on a Mawashi.
So, we had Takagi almost get there. I'm sure he was on a run. Is there anyone else? I mean, you said Abi. Is there anyone else that you think has a shot of claiming that second Ozeki? Because you need 2 Ozekis, so they'll probably promote someone who gets close.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in those ranks. Is there anyone you see that can take it? I mean, Toby Zaro Salad is going to drop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The thing is, Dom, you don't want
Toby's always gonna
you don't
drop out
want to
of what?
stay in one spot.
The
and have to move straight
Sanyaku.
up.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But you're supposed to get to 33 while you're in the Sanyaku.
Yeah.
Okay, shoot. We had like 4 Kobusubis. Toby Zaru, was it Daisho, I think, was another one?
Side more.
Yeah. Kentucky was Sekawate, along with Oshoryu and Watakage. And there was 2 more Kobusubis whose names I'm not bringing up to my freaking head right now. That's weird.
It's going blank.
Yeah, mine's
I'm
on
sorry.
We've been trying a lot. We went to a anime convention. Justin cosplayed as a black guy.
I cosplay as a black guy.
I cosplayed as an obese American.
And combined, we are
Sake and Sumo. That was what we did today. So we're a little out of it now, and we're about to go do some practice. Do you have any other thoughts here, guys?
And I was trying to not.
Who was your gold star MVP of the bus show? I'm pretending I have a microphone.
I see that.
Yes.
I think Hoshoryu.
Who just really shined for you?
I think Hoshoryu.
Nice.
It was nice to get a double-digit win finally. You didn't
Yeah.
really do that before. I don't know. I haven't matched the box show. We saw it today. It was.
If you need more time. Yeah.
I mentioned it. I said it was a match.
Oh.
And he beat
Ryuden.
Yes.
Yes. I believe. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm putting up text right now and showing you the actual match.
Wow.
I might have to fix this in post. Wow, our brains are dead.
I know.
You must be more tired. We just did this today. You had 3 days of this stuff.
3 days of drinking all day. And I'm just like barely here.
I'm gonna say I'm giving it up for the little thick boys, Midori Fuji.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm so proud of him.
That's a very good one. That's a good pick.
I have to give it up for him. He's fearless.
Yeah.
He's a small size.
All
I
right.
like somebody I know.
All right, guys. All right, guys. So our channel's changing up. I think you know that. We're not changing location or anything, but we're moving it. I'm moving Mighty Eagle out of Lone Star. Justin's gonna be coming in next January. You can find his Breakfast in a Bash show here on the Lone Star channel, and I will be starting a new channel myself. We're gonna go get some practice in. Hopefully, you'll get to see some of these matches. I'll throw them up on here.
Utilize those hooks.
All right. Get your sumo on. Have a great day.
Drop. Reset.
Thank you, Sake. You can find her on Instagram.
She's awesome.
She's pretty freaking awesome.
What does? Ah, nice.
Circle, Caleb. Keep. Move, Caleb.
There you go.
Go.
Follow.
Diagonal though.
You better not freeze up. You got angles.
There we go.
Now, where the fuck was that? You belly.
Nice, good.
Damn.
Tired. Good work. Otros, tails into. Yo. Wait up.
Move, no move.
Square up, Corey. Head up. Okay.
Sunset on our way home. Riding into the sunset after
got some
whooping
videos.
some fucking ass.
You got some match videos?
I do have some match videos. I didn't get all of them.
Yeah.
Sally?
Record a little bit.